Mixed reactions. It's Wednesday, March 25th, 2026. I'm with Casey. I'm with Justin. I would call them when I called them in the group chat, but we'd get canceled. How you doing today, fellas?
Obviously, we're still in the thick of March, so March Madness is going on. But I would be remiss if I say we didn't have an NBA Finals preview on tonight as well. So let's go, boys. Let's beat the Thunder.
I'm just glad I'm not driving in this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Wait, hold on. Do you have a Boise State shirt on? I can't believe I
Yes,
waited till we
I
got on
do.
the sh
Yes, I do.
Do you have a connection to it, or are you just like, I'm gonna go to Boise State shirt?
Actually, I do. My dad's side of the family is basically it's like they're like that family is like a feeder for Boise State. It's like
Oh,
half
okay.
half my dad's family, like all of them, go to Boise State.
Nice. It's a that blue turf, man. It's unique. I hope they never change it.
They should no. Yeah, one side of my family all North Carolina Tar Heels. The other half, on my dad's side, I should say, the other half Boise State. So
all right.
Go Bronx. But what we're gonna, I mean, we had a wild first weekend of March Madness. What I'm gonna do
We
here,
sure
fellas,
did.
is pull up the bracket, and while I'm pulling it up, I want you guys to kind of give your thoughts on the weekend because we actually did decent as a group. Before you guys give your thoughts, we actually, you know what? Fuck it, I'll just share the screen, make it a little easier. But what was your guys' biggest takeaway before from this weekend before we get into the bracket?
um,
Cinderella stories are dead.
yep.
The
And
only Go ahead, Justin.
North Carolina needed to make a coaching change.
Yeah, they did.
They really
Um,
did.
Can you guys see our screen? See my screen? Oh,
I
this
can.
is my bracket. Yeah, this isn't our. We
Oh
didn't
well,
pick
why the
Michigan.
hell do we want to see your bracket? We don't.
My
No one cares
bracket
about
is
your bracket.
terrible, bro. I was at like 8% at one
No
point.
one cares about your bracket.
Yeah, they want to see how the
Nobody
fellas
gives
are.
a shit about you, Ian.
Fucking Christ, did you guys get gang up before the fucking show to fucking be mean, man? All right, but here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and scroll down a little bit to the bracket. So go over the first. I mean, everybody can see the screen. If you're listening on the radio, I'm gonna do as best I can. Duke had a really rough time on Thursday with Siena. Thankfully survived. They're gonna end up playing St. John's in the Sweet 16. I did not think Northern Iowa was gonna win, and I was right. St. John's looked really good. Michigan State is going, and they're gonna. So okay, since we picked this Final Four matchup correctly, Duke St. John's. We picked Michigan, UConn, Michigan State, UConn. Uh, we had Florida losing, but who didn't? We actually had Vanderbilt losing, so we completely fucked that up. We had
Yeah.
Illinois, Houston, Sweet 16. I don't think it's too much of a thing.
That
No.
the Florida part of the bracket is really the only place we really screwed up.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it, but I've seen we've been doing good. And then we had Tennessee, Iowa. Damn, we picked Tennessee, Iowa State. High five, fellas. Jesus. We had Alabama, Michigan. That was a good one. We had. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. Gonzaga over BYU. Oh, okay, so we fucked that up. We didn't correctly pick Texas. We had Purdue in the Sweet 16. We correctly picked Arkansas, Arizona. So we did a pretty good job. I just want to say my biggest thing from just all the games this weekend, the biggest moment for me was the shot that rimmed out for Tyler Tanner
Oh
from
my from
Oh
Vanderbilt.
my god, that thing
oh
hit
my
every
god.
single
And that
bit.
was a home game for Nebraska too. It was in Oklahoma City. They were Big Red Nation was there, but that thing, it was worse than Gordon Hayward shot. It like hit the backboard. It did it like twice. It
That
just
was in
doo-doo-doo-doo.
it was in the rim and then
Yeah.
popped out.
It spun and spun, and it literally looked like it was going through the nylon before it eventually just tapered out.
And the thing about and one of you guys, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Justin said Cinderella's are dead. One of you guys said it.
That was
I,
me.
That was
I
Casey.
don't. Yeah, yeah, we had a bad year. But I mean, I wouldn't say they're dead, but they're definitely becoming less prevalent because you think in the teams a lot of times in the past that we would have getting big upsets or teams that have they're not as talented as the big teams and the Blue Bloods,
For sure.
but they've been playing together for 4 years, and now if you have a guy that's too good, he's going to transfer out or he's going to transfer out for another reason because there's no limit. So you have teams like High Point, and like I was telling you guys, they were actually a pretty popular upset pick. But I mean, other than that, these teams don't like I said, the experience and those things and the seniority they used to. help those teams, but it's not really
Yeah, they
present.
did.
And that's why you
It's
have
not.
these teams that are getting beat by
Did we
fucking
pick that High
60.
Point upset?
Oh, did we? That might have been when my man, we did. Hold
The
on,
thing is,
go ahead.
you make a really good point, Ian, especially with the transfer portal, because that was where a lot of those Cinderella stories came from. Was teams who have been together for 3 or 4 years,
Mhm.
had great team chemistry, and were able to upset a team that was full of one and done freshmen. And so, as where the transfer portal has become such a prevalent thing, the all-star caliber type players that are on these lower echelon schools, they do end up hitting that transfer portal.
And High Point, if I'm not mistaken, I mean they have a really good coach and they had a bunch of transfers. But I saw the Boise State sure. No, they're not in it this year. They've had some good teams over the
No,
years. But
no.
um, one thing I was gonna ask you guys just about the tournament. What do you think? I don't know how to really word this. What do you think is the best thing about March Madness? The upsets? I would have to say the upsets.
Probably
But
like the
see,
under, the un, unexpected becoming expected.
There you go. That's a better way to put it.
yeah, the unexpected is expected in March Madness for sure. But I think the most exhilarating thing about March Madness is also, unfortunately, the thing that's dying about March Madness, and it's just what we were talking about, is the Cinderella stories. It's those big upsets. I mean, yeah, if you want to point to Siena almost beating Duke, sure. Like that would have
That
been
was
one
one
hell of a
game.
story. But that's exactly right. It was just one game. There's no team that is, in my opinion, left in the bracket that I would consider a true Cinderella run worthy right now.
The last one that I could think of
Nebraska.
is Loyola Chicago.
Yeah,
Loyola
well,
Chicago,
no, St.
yeah,
Peter's in 2022, they actually made it as a 15 seed to the Elite Eight. But other
that's
than
fair.
that, I can't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Loyola Chicago, and that's a good. I'm actually really glad you brought up Loyola Chicago. That's a really good example to use. Let me actually stop the screen share real quick. But that's a really good example to use because Sister Jean and
Yep.
the storylines that come along with being a Cinderella. So that's
Yep.
another thing too. I mean, you have.
And then
And
going back to
then
mid 2000s, Wichita State,
Right, yeah,
The George
Wichita
Mason
State,
run.
George
George
Mason,
Mason, yeah.
DCU. But no, it's like I said, the
Butler.
storyline. Yeah, Butler. Oh man, they used to call me Butler because I was rooting for him hard. Everybody else cheering for the other team. But no, it goes back to what I was saying earlier, like like I said, Sister Jean, all the different storylines. But when you have these teams that are so dynamic, I mean, Central Arkansas, I watch them just about every game. I don't know who's going to be on their team next year, but you don't have a chance to really attach yourself to these mid-major teams because these dudes are either leaving because they're too good and
Yeah.
hopefully they do their best, or they're crying about playing time and they go like it. It's a
or
mess, man.
or
They
it's
need to
that
put an
NIL money that's going to come in their way.
NIL, I mean, NIL's created enough problems, but the transfer portal, I mean, there has to be some type of restrictions. I mean, it's going to come to the point where you could just play for a team on a Saturday and the next Saturday be playing for a different team. Like you could transfer. You used to have to set out, what is it, a season? Yeah, a season.
Or either a
Yeah.
season or at least half a season, I
You
thought.
sacrifice to
No,
your
it was a season.
eligibility.
Was it a full
Yeah,
season?
it was a full
Hmm.
season.
Speaking of folks who are leaving their own respective team, Casey, the Does are gone.
The Nadeaus are officially gone. Uh, obviously Bradley left after the first year because he was an obvious NHL talent. Josh had to develop over these past few years. I was really hoping we could get him back for his senior season, but I get why he's doing it. It makes sense. It's the
Go get
right
that.
move for him.
Go get. Go get that back, man.
Yeah, it's the right move for him, and couldn't be happier.
You only
Good,
get
good
so
for
many
Josh.
chances to be a pro.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts about Boya staying for one more year?
I like it. I
You
think
do.
it
Okay.
shows that I like it because I think it shows Boya's um level of self worth, knowing that he knows he didn't have his best season, knowing that he's very self aware, and knowing he wants that redemption season, and I think that's a good sign.
I
All
think
it
that's
takes is
fair.
one good season to change perception. Go ahead.
I think that's fair. I mean, we were saying early on, and I still believe that he had the NHL in his mind this year too much, and I think it got to his head. And when it came down, he realized, "Wow, I lost my starting job because my head was not in the right place."
Yeah,
So I think now he's going to come back for his senior year. I mean, he can still change his mind at least mid-season if he's not starting. He could go and look for an ETO if he wanted to, but at the very least, I think this was a good kick in the pants that he needed.
100%. And I think it's going to pay out for him well. And I think it's going to pan out well for Maine next season.
Now,
And I was really hoping to see you guys in Vegas for Frozen Four, man. Now, I'm not in Vegas, but
I
that
know,
was the
I
dream.
know. Speaking of the Frozen Four, the the college hockey version
I'll
of
pull it
March
up.
Madness, what are your thoughts about that bracket? I did post the bracket
Hey,
in our chat.
I'll
we were
pull it up right
talking
now.
about who we want to. Remember last show, we were saying, who do we want to see win Hockey East? And we were like, Merrimack, why not? Right?
Why the fuck not? What do
Well,
you
boy, oh
freaking know?
boy, did they pull off some type of miracle. Good for
Mission
Merrimack,
Merrimack.
man.
Mission Merrimack is what they're calling it.
I
But they
hope,
got a rough draw with North Dakota.
yeah, I would love to see Merrimack win it all.
That's crazy, the fact that they even won the Hockey East champ. That rarely ever happens in basketball. That has only happened a
They
handful
were
of
the
times.
lowest. They're the lowest seed in Hockey East history to win the championship. Now here's the thing
For
with
a
Merrimack.
nine?
They were eight, but they had to beat the number 3 team in the conference in UConn,
Yep.
the number 2 team in the conference in BC, and the number 1 in Providence.
Justin, if they end up winning the title, do you know the last team they lost to?
Maine.
Maine.
Well, they're gonna have to play Providence again if they can get past North Dakota.
Providence is going to get past Cornell.
Providence is playing Quinnipiac. Denver's
Oh,
playing Cornell.
Quinnipiac. Okay.
Yeah, I got Denver. I got
Can you guys see the bracket?
Providence over Quinnipiac. No, let's go through it real quick. Let's go to let's do our hockey champions.
Wait, no shit. You guys can't see the
I see it
page?
now. I just had a swipe over. Yep, we're
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're good.
so let's actually go through and okay, you know what? We're gonna have to
Pick this shit.
let me hold on. I will go ahead just because it's not as interactive. Let me but okay, there we go. Bam. Boom baya. All right. So we're gonna go Michigan versus Bentley. Who we got there?
Michigan.
Michigan by comfortably, but Bentley is a scrappy team. They are not a team to get to snooze on.
We're gonna do the same thing as we did for basketball majority rules. I'm going Michigan, so we're going the Wolverines to
Yeah,
advance. And then
we're still going Wolverines. Absolutely.
yes,
I'm not picking Bentley by any stretch, but I would not be surprised if Bentley pushes them for a period, maybe a period and a half.
oh no, I got you. I got what you're saying. We're unanimous on the Wolverines. I get you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, Justin, for an update, Celtics down 11 to end the first.
Down 11? Shit.
Down 11.
Penn State versus Minnesota Duluth.
Now
Sorry,
this
let me
was
scroll
a
back up.
game. Now this was a matchup that
Oh.
everyone wanted to be a championship, but they ended up in the same draw.
Penn State started off so slow and just caught so much heat in the last 2 months of the season.
Minnesota's been consistent all year long.
They have,
Who's their guy that Max Pierce? Is that his name?
yeah.
Max
I'm gonna
Pierce
go
and
with
Gavin McKenna. Holy crap!
I'm going with the hot team. Give me Penn State.
I'm gonna call Minnesota Duluth. Just a feeling. I think it's gonna come down to overtime.
Give me Penn State. So we're going Penn State.
Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick, but I just a feeling.
I feel you. I get it. I know where you're coming from. I understand it.
So
I can't stand the fact that Penn State beat up.
True.
the next game, and we're gonna go with the defending national champion Western Michigan Broncos versus Minnesota State.
Give me the
I got a
Michigan.
big upset. Give me Minnesota State.
No,
Western Michigan.
Western Michigan.
Ah, fuck you guys. This is what we were doing to Casey during basketball. Hold on. Versus WMU.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a lot easier because it's not as many games. So we're all going
And,
or you guys are going WMU, so we're going WMU. Denver Cornell.
Denver.
Denver.
Yeah, I don't think Cornell's going to do what they did to Maine a few years ago. Give me the Pioneers of
Though I
Denver.
will say Cornell is by and large the best defensive team in the entire country.
Yeah,
Um,
they always are right up there defensively. They're such a big, heavy hitting team, and they play physical.
But
and
yes,
then
give me Denver still.
yes, sir. So we're
Too
going
much
Denver.
too much skill on Denver for Cornell, I think.
And we're gonna go Michigan State. We're gonna go to the right side of the bracket. Michigan State. We miss you, Sean. We love you, man. Versus UConn. Give me Spotty.
Can anyone just tell? Does anyone just want to give UConn a hug because fuck they can't catch a break?
No kidding.
My
Sorry.
Give me the up.
Joey Muldowney needs to have like a hug because
Give me the Huskies.
no, Sparty wins this one, but damn.
Yeah, Michigan State. I think they it might be close, but they pull it out. Give me Michigan State. So right below that,
But UConn, I mean, my
Oh,
God, I mean, how close do you have to get and just to piss it away at the end?
Dartmouth versus Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
I'm gonna go Dartmouth.
I'm thinking I'm gonna pull a big up second upset of the thing that I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Dartmouth as well. It's just a gut feeling, and you guys know I know the least about it, so my picks are obviously gonna automatically be the best. So we're gonna go with that's just how it works during these brackets. North Dakota versus Merrimack. I know we were talking crazy about it. Give me North Dakota.
Give me the upset. Fuck it. Give me Merrimack.
Justin.
Fucking Mission Merrimack. Let's go.
Look, man, we can't do this fucking show if you guys ain't gonna take this shit serious. All right. Merrimack versus is that UND, right? Hold on, give me a sorry. I keep
Yeah.
hitting the Merrimack versus UND. That would be insane.
Nodak going down.
Well, Merrimack in basketball, like a few years ago, they won their conference, but because they had just made transition, they couldn't play in the NCAA tournament. But
Right.
yeah, you guys got some balls on you, man. That didn't really come out the way I thought it would. Providence versus Quinnipiac. Give me the Friars.
Yeah, Providence wins that one.
Providence.
I
Providence.
thought Providence was against Cornell, and I would have picked Cornell over Providence. But if it's against Quinnipiac, I'll take Providence.
God damn, these fucking school names are long as fuck, bro. I'm just gonna go Prav. All right. Now let me go. Let me get another fucking envelope for the second round. Give me 1 second. All right. I could have just taken this big ass paper to begin with. Okay, so well, let me pull the other one out because it would be helpful to know if we knew who the fuck was advancing, Ian. All right. So we're gonna go back to the left side of the bracket here and imagine Michigan versus Penn State. Who we got?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Give me Michigan as well. Sorry, give me 1 second. Versus Penn State. We're gonna go with the Wolverines, Sean's fucking worst enemy.
Wolverines.
All right, and then after that, we're gonna go.
Already over Dartmouth.
Well, the next
Michigan State.
one's
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My bad.
no.
You're
You guys are good. I mean, you guys. That just. I'm good. No, you guys are good. That just confused the shit out of me. Minnesota. Oh, sorry, Western Michigan versus Denver.
That's another divisional matchup. That's gonna be a tough one.
Oh. Give me Denver.
I'm gonna go Western Michigan.
Okay.
The champs move on to Vegas. Give me Western Michigan. And then we're gonna go back to the right side of the bracket. I think we're picking up steam here.
Denver. I think. I mean, they've done well recently, but they inexplicably lose games. Like there was a game against us they should not have lost, or we should have tied them. What was it?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It was this Saturday night game because we swept them.
Yeah,
Dartmouth versus Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Michigan State.
The run ends here, Big Green. I got Michigan State. I guess they're both whatever, Big Green. Next one we're gonna go to is uh sorry, Merrimack versus Providence.
Give me. They've already beaten them. Let's go.
Speaking of runs ending,
No, you son of a bitch.
it is not happening here. Give me Merrimack.
You guys are just fucking irresponsible. Give me Merrimack too. All right. All right, let's go. Frozen Fall.
Oh, Jesus Christ
All
almighty.
right. So
We have
next one
Merrimack
we're
in the Frozen Four. What the fuck is wrong with us?
okay, so we're gonna go with Michigan, the Wolverines out of Ann Arbor. Damn, this I feel like is offensive. Um, and then
To
Western
a
Michigan
Bostonian,
to right. But I mean they're so quick-witted, man. They would probably just tell me to go fuck myself. Michigan versus Western Michigan.
Michigan.
Give me Michigan.
Wolverines. Wolverines. Yeah,
All
for
right.
sure.
Hold on. And then we're gonna go with Michigan State versus Merrimack.
Oh,
I think this is where realism is going to come into my head. I'm going to take Sparty.
same.
They're gonna have such a long time to prepare for the game too.
Yeah, give me Michigan State.
I don't. I want Merrimack to make a deep ass run. I mean,
Look, if I
this
could
would
choose
still
a
be a
team,
deep ass run, but don't get me
if I
wrong.
could choose a team to win it all right now, I'd pick Merrimack. Like that's who I would
They're the
want to see
hottest
win.
team in the country, and it's not even close.
The freaking hockey championship is going to be the exact same as my basketball national championship. We got Michigan, Michigan State. We love you, Sean, but nah, I'm just playing.
Michigan.
Sparty takes it
Wolverine.
all.
Wolverine.
No, Michigan. Michigan.
Wolverines.
Ian, when you said that you had Michigan State in your bracket, I thought you meant hockey. I didn't think you meant basketball.
Are you? s-
There is no fucking way in hell is Michigan State making the national championship in basketball.
Not even close.
They're in the Sweet
Never.
16.
No.
Yeah, and they're gonna lose.
To who? Well, let's go take a look
But
at it, fellas. Why don't we? They're not losing to UConn. I think that's who they play. No, Michigan State's good, bro.
they're definitely
Michigan's
losing
good.
to
Good. They're
UConn.
not good enough.
Arkansas is going to get smacked around tomorrow. Darius Acuff is good, but Arizona is going to. You know what? I can't say smacked around. John Calipari's the coach, but I don't see Arkansas winning. But whatever. I think Michigan. Let me go ahead and stop screen share. Um, yeah, yeah. You thought that I was talking about hockey. That's fucking funny. Where is Sean like at a time like this, man? He's probably, doing his thing. Shout out to Sean. We just joke around, because yeah, we just joke. But best of luck to Sean. Hope he's doing good. But
He doesn't
goddamn,
like
man.
us anymore.
I mean, we really ain't talked to him since the. I don't know. We did talk to him a little bit after the Denver game. I just know
He
he was
only
pretty.
comes up when Taylor Swift is mentioned.
You think if I like post a Taylor Swift article, he'd pop up
He will show up.
like a moth to a flame?
Yes, he will.
But no, yeah, that's
Travis Kelce resigned with Kansas City for 3 years because Taylor Swift is going to release an album every year for the next 3 years, and that's when she's going to retire herself. That's when they're going to both go out the sunset. Book it.
Yeah, no, I know he was upset about that loss because when we were talking about it in the group chat, I'm looking at the time. And I'm like, the game just ended. I'm like, he's probably walking out of the stadium typing this. I mean, I don't know, man. It just football. We're a football show. Since we're talking about that game, it just felt so weird to have. Maybe it was because the schedule they played or the breaks they got. New England won the AFC. At the end of the day, that's all that happened. But it just felt so weird to have them in the Super Bowl. Like it just felt like everything they capitalized on it. I'm not going to take anything
They
away
were,
from
Yeah.
them, but it
they
just
were
felt
they're,
weird.
honestly, they're about 2.5 to 3 years ahead of their game, ahead of their time right now. With their
I
team.
I think Casey was.
So here's
You said they're missing the
go ahead, Ian.
playoffs. You said they're missing the playoffs, right? That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think they
they're gonna,
will.
I think they're going to be a wild card.
A hangover
Which is
year.
crazy. This is going to sound crazy. I think they're going to be a better team, but I think
They're
they're
going
going
to
to
have
miss
a
the
better
playoffs.
roster, but the competition of the AFC is going to be what's going to hold them back.
They're still
Yeah.
gonna have 4 free wins.
They're not going to have 14 wins. No, they're
sorry,
probably
they're
going
gonna
to
have
have. They're probably going to have 11, maybe 10 or 11.
No, sorry, 4 free wins.
Well,
With
yeah, you get 4
New
free wins
York and
because you
Miami.
have the Jets and the Dolphins who can't play football.
The New York, what do you call them, Casey? The New York, we don't know how to play football giant. We've gone between the oh the Giants, yeah, because they call them the New York. But man, you know what's crazy to me when I always think about, I know the Browns are notorious for being ass. They've never been to a Super Bowl. We've seen some bad teams. The Cardinals have been to a Super Bowl. The Bengals ain't bad, but they've been to a few. The
Bears.
Jaguars haven't been.
NFC AFC Championship.
Who have the Browns?
Yeah,
Yeah, twice, and they fucked themselves. But I mean, but they aren't they literally like one of the first teams It's just
So
crazy that they've
yeah,
never at least been in the game, at least once. But
They
it's
were
right.
they've been in NFL championships before it was the Super Bowl.
yeah, they won I
Yeah.
think like multiple NFL championships, but it's did I mean our parents weren't even alive at that time.
My
Our
grandfather,
grandparents might have been alive at that
my
time.
grandfather was.
Like, I
But
don't know. Did you guys hear about the? I posted it in the group chat. In the WNBA, the rule they have if a player gets pregnant.
No, I
yeah,
didn't hear
that's
that.
Hold on, I'll read it to you, Justin. Hold on.
Is it completely misogynistic and crap?
The WNBA's new collective bargaining agreement includes a significant. This is just from AI. I didn't actually click on a link. This is the basis of it. Includes a significant pregnancy trade protection rule. Under this rule, teams must obtain player consent before trading a pregnant player, ensuring that players have the final say in their trades during this vulnerable time. You know, on 2K, and when you play the season with like the WNBA team, it was like so and so out for the season, pregnant. They're like, damn, that shit's like a torn ACL in the fucking W. I mean, but in all seriousness, man, like good for them. I mean, at least they reached an agreement. They're not gonna have a lockout. Baseball, I mean, that's a whole nother story.
Baseball might have a lockout before the All Star break.
You think it's gonna happen that soon?
I think it could.
I haven't heard anything. What I've heard, and I don't know if this is more of just noise, but if the Dodgers win again, we're
If the
for sure
Dodgers
having a lockout.
again, there will be a lockout. I can guarantee you.
Come on, man, and we can
They
all
will
root
lock
against the
out.
Dodgers.
They will lock out as soon as the Dodgers are the best team in baseball, they'll lock out before the playoffs even begin.
I mean, they don't have a salary cap.
That's the problem.
I mean,
yeah,
I don't
that's
know,
a
man.
hard.
In these day and ages, it's crazy because you have other owner. Well, okay, I'm not saying that if there is a salary cap, that certain teams are going to start spending. There's going to be teams that are cheap and don't really care about winning, but I mean, you can't just let them spend all this money, bro. Like, god damn, like they get everybody. They shouldn't even be. They're essentially like a select team
Yeah,
compared to
they're
some of these teams. You know what I mean? Like they spend a lot of money. That's all I mean.
it's like playing it's the all Madden team basically.
Pretty much. I mean, they've been good on the field. Dave Roberts has been a really good manager, but I don't like. I mean, it's just crazy in this day and age in sports that they don't have a salary cap because
It's like I think it's one of the four major sports that doesn't have a salary cap. The only one. I'm
It's the
yeah.
pretty
only
sure
one that
the
doesn't.
NHL does. I know the NFL does, and I'm 99.9% sure the NBA does too.
I mean, but I mean, I don't know if they're. I mean, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens during the negotiations and everything. But I mean, look at all these great franchises and all these sports that have been able to be great under. I mean, because you start to see where the who is better at managing, who's better at not managing necessarily, but who's better at dealing with what they have and making the most out of it when you have a salary cap. If you can just spend all the money you want, I mean, there's a lot more room for error.
I mean, look at the Rays of 2009, for example.
Hmm.
See, but runs like that, they're always going to happen every once in a while. The fact that we can point it out that it was 2009 and the Rays shows how inconsistently those runs happen in a sport with
That's
no
fair.
salary cap.
True, that's true. But I will say it, and I know everyone feels it. I am sick to fucking death of the Dodgers.
I'm
Of
not
course,
really
who
sick of
isn't?
them necessarily. I mean, well, I mean, most of my friends are Dodger fans. I don't really hate the Dodgers. I'm
So
an
am
Angels
I
fan,
from
but it's
that
not a real.
call. Most of them are Dodgers fans, but I was like, dude, fuck off.
I mean, I don't know. The Dodgers, I mean, I'm an Angel fan. It's obviously not a real rivalry, different league. We've fucking sucked for fucking decades. But I don't, the Dodgers don't bother me as much as the Yankees. But if you're really thinking about it, they're kind of just doing the same shit. The Yankees have always been, you know, not, what's the word, destroyed for doing.
Right.
The big difference with the Yankees of the '90s to the Dodgers of now, I would say, is the Yankees of the '90s. They still built their franchise. The Dodgers are poaching players from other franchises.
No, that's true. I mean, you look at Jorge Posada, Bernie
Yeah.
Williams, Derek Jeter, I mean, a good amount of those dudes were in Mariano Rivera, David Wells. But yeah, I mean,
O'Neill, Scott Brocious.
but then you look at the Dodgers, you got what? Freeman, which I mean, he was still pretty young, I think, when he came to the Dodgers, but then you get Blake Snell,
Mookie
Ohtani.
Betts.
You said who?
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts. I honestly forget he played for the Red Sox sometimes. And he won a World Series against the Dodgers, if I remember correctly.
He did.
He did.
2018.
I always say, man,
Kike
that's
Hernandez. I mean, Kike Hernandez was a homegrown talent for the Dodgers, so I'll give him that.
yeah.
He did
He was there. I think he left and then came back.
correct. Yes, he did.
He went to Boston, no?
He did. He did.
Um, yeah, the Dodgers. Oh fuck, what was I gonna say? When we were talking about like all the talent they had and shit. Sorry, give me just a second. Nah, I don't fucking remember. But I mean, yeah, the amount of like, yeah, like they have a lot of homegrown talent. It.
But the thing is, the Yankees of the '90s. They were felt like everyone was like they were
We got
beating
four
everyone.
minutes, by the
It
way.
felt
My
like they were
bad.
buying everyone, but they really weren't. They were getting
Uh-huh.
they were growing the best players. That's the difference.
It
I,
is, and you're right about that, Justin, too, because it really feels like each and every year what the Dodgers are doing is around sometime right before the trade deadline, they'll get the first, the second, the third best player, whatever it is, on that trading block, just to already add to a completely stacked roster as is.
Exactly. I mean, you go get Tyler Glass now. You go get Blake Snell. I mean, Jesus Christ, let someone else have a quality player where where the team that they're not happy with is okay. Go ahead and go find a new team. Why? I mean, I know it sounds like sour grapes, and I
who are they
know
gonna
it's
get next? Paul
sour
Skeens?
grapes.
What?
If they
Maybe.
get Scooble or Paul Skeens, I'm gonna stop watching baseball altogether. Shit.
I don't know, man. But oh, what I was gonna say, sorry, we were talking about the Red Sox. Is that Red Sox team of 2018? That's the one time I can remember watching a base. They won in 5 games, I think, against the Dodgers. My friend
They
was at
did.
the marathon
I
game.
call it. I call it.
But that
Yeah,
was a team that by the time they won, I was like, yeah, it's clear they're the best team. I mean, the last 2 games, 4 and 5, I mean, they just beat the brakes off the Dodgers. I mean, that whole who did you guys have? You guys had obviously fucking Mookie. You guys had you had
Rock Hall.
Tulowitzki,
No, we
Xander
had
Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts, Rafael Devers.
Yep.
Who was on that pitching staff? Chris Sale.
Chris Sale.
Chris Sale.
He was the one who closed out, struck out Manny Machado at the series. David
David
Price,
Price.
Rick Porcello.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, David Price. I forgot about him. He was their, no, Chris Sale was their ace, I
Chris Sale
think.
was this. David Price was like
Yeah,
the number
Chris Sale was
two.
there for sure. Price was
Porcello.
2.
What's that?
Porcello was 3.
You said who
Uh,
was three?
Porcello. Rick
Porcello.
Porcello.
Okay.
Uh, Enrique Hernandez. Not Enrique Hernandez. Bleh, bleh. Eduardo Rodriguez. Bleh.
Mm. Okay. You know what, man? Those early 2000s Yankees, Red Sox, there will never be like, because I remember when they won, and I've said this multiple times on the show. It doesn't matter if a team comes down from 3-0. It doesn't matter if they do so by 80 each game they come back. It's nothing is going to top Red Sox Yankees. You guys were tortured the way you had lost in '03 when Aaron Boone hit the home run. And then
Yep.
you go down 3-0. And if I remember game three, you guys lost like fucking 19 to
19 to
8.
freaking 8.
19 to 8.
And then you come back and I mean, I think Dave Roberts stole base with 2 outs. He
He
doesn't he
did.
gets caught,
It was
game over.
one out. One out.
Oh, wasn't 1 out? And then David Ortiz, I think, hits a home run, and the next day he hits a walk-off hit, and then Kurt Schilling has the bloody saw game, and then you guys beat the piss out of him in game 7. And then you sweep
Yeah.
St. Louis, which, I mean, we all kind of were like, okay, I think they're going to do it. But I mean, in hindsight, there have been teams who have, after huge emotional boosts, and they don't come out like that. I mean, they beat the
Here's
brakes
another
off of a
thing
good
that no
team.
one really thinks about, and I watched this series
I'm
like
sure. Hey, guys, I think we're about to get cut off.
We got less than a minute. We got like 50 seconds.
okay,
Go ahead, Justin.
no worries, but no one really talks about it. But in the 2008 year, Cleveland had Boston down 3-1 in that series in the
2000,
ALCS.
16.
2007, but yes, you're 100% right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, my bad, Casey. I wasn't trying to go like that. I was just letting you know, like it just hit a minute, so we're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at this point we got about 20 seconds, so we'll probably do a little briefer, a little bit quicker of a second segment. But I'll see you fellas in about 10 minutes.
sounds good.
Sounds good. Be here.
Wait, what the fuck? Why does it say record? It's recording though. Oh,
Ian,
this is embarrassing. We're
if
still
we did
live.
not, if we didn't get that footage, I'm gonna kill you.